Welcome back, everybody. I'm Chris with Modified Independence. This is 7 Minutes for Seniors. This is our second segment. I'm here with Susan Warnberg. We are at the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. If you didn't see the first segment, go back and check it out. We're going to talk about these wonderful programs,
Absolutely.
right? Two programs that you alluded to on our first segment.
Mhm.
The first one is the C.A.R.E program.
Yes.
So tell us about the C.A.R.E program and how that helps seniors in the community.
Absolutely. Well, there's a large contingent in St. Johns County that is aging at home. Um, uh, I'm sure it's startling to find out how many people we haven't reached yet, but the people that we have in our program, it's about 33, 34 people. Um, we meet these people in all walks of life, all stages of life. Sometimes a call goes out for help. I've fallen, I can't get up scenario. Our deputy will show up and find that people are independent, just at the cusp of maybe
Mhm.
assisted living, maybe need some referrals, but most likely they're just alone and they don't have anybody to check in on them, or they have family that lives away and or nearby and are busy with grandkids and soccer and football and everything. But the best example I can give of my program that I will brag on our deputies for is the gentleman that you met,
Mhm.
our friend, our veteran. He lived independently. Everything was running fine until it wasn't. He had a little bout of pneumonia, came home from the hospital a few weeks later, had no groceries,
Mhm.
had no way to get it, had no way to help himself. So the best thing he could do was call 911. Try to get through this without getting emotional. Our deputy showed up, and not only him, but the dispatcher that took the call showed up with him on her lunch break and brought him a bag of groceries,
Mhm.
took his trash out, helped him in the home, and then called me and said, "Hey, we found this guy. He's perfect for what we need." Um, I just made a phone call, and it's been a great relationship since then. He's Army veteran, Vietnam vet. He's a Purple Heart recipient, and he's just amazing person.
Mhm.
He just doesn't know what what things are available to him.
Mhm.
So we kind of got in touch with you with your amazing ability to hopefully modify his home. He's now in the stage of going to Benton House, and he's going to go to another
Awesome.
facility. So
Awesome.
it's going to be a smooth transition for him because of the contacts that we've had through our spin meetings. And the care program works because people just say, "Yeah, I want a phone call." And if the sheriff, you know, we'd been at an event once and the sheriff actually wheeled somebody in a wheelchair over to our tent, and he said, this is her daughter, her daughter is visiting, she has nobody here. And I said, well, now she has us.
Right.
And so it gives the family peace of mind, as well as having them know, gosh, I haven't called mom today and she didn't answer. I'll call Sue and see if maybe she's talked to her, or I can send a deputy out and say, hey, can you just check on Miss So and So? And then, she got caught up in the neighborhood with, you know, Betty on the road talking about, the neighborhood trash pickup or
Yeah.
something. But or I say, I know that she had a doctor's appointment today and she was going to hit the town and go get groceries, so give her a minute or something, then call me back and I can still have a deputy check on them. But I think a lot of the seniors in our demographic are of the age where I don't want to bother the deputy. They're busy
Right.
fighting crime and catching burglars. But that's what our deputies love to do, is to meet these people, because then they have a sense of the community. They, oh, Miss Betty lives there.
Mhm.
I know if I drive by on my regular patrol and that trash can's not out, then maybe I should go, bring it up to her door, or knock on the door and say, hey, what's the scoop in the city?
Mhm.
What's going on in the neighborhood? Um, and it gives them a better relationship to know I'm not bothering them. And
Right.
if, it's a see something, say something. And if they're worried about calling 911 because they thought they saw somebody sketchy in the neighborhood, if they don't call them, they'll call me.
Right.
Can you, do you think this is normal? It's just, I remember that last time I was there, it's your neighbor's grandson mowing the yard or something like
Mhm.
that. So it gives them the peace of mind. It gives them a person in the sheriff's office to call to and say, hey, I need help, or um, I need somebody for modified, handicap accessibility in my home,
Yep.
or any other contacts that we have, whether it's COA, whether it's any services that they don't know is even available to them. So
Yeah.
we kind of act as liaison to refer them to those
And it's
agencies.
it's awesome because if you think about it, like we have all these big programs, Department of Elder Affairs, which is based out of Tallahassee.
Right.
Something I'm sure there's something based out of Washington D.C.
Sure.
So if you're under these big umbrellas, then you don't know where all the support is for
Yeah.
those umbrellas, right?
Right.
So if you get down to the boots on the ground, patrolling
Absolutely.
officers that are aware of this person
Hmm.
lives on this street,
Yeah.
and they can get in contact with them and make sure that they're safe and they have the things that they need. It
Absolutely.
reduces hospitalizations.
It
It
does.
reduces those calls for
Hmm.
service for uh, like life-changing things, right?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it helps in the case of that gentleman, like, when you brought me in, it was like, okay, we can do what we can with this place, but it wasn't a situation where we could change
It
a
wasn't
lot of the
perfect. Yep.
structure. But then we also realized like he didn't really have a lot of contacts with his doctor. His doctor was
Right.
really like a one and done, like every 6 months type
Yes.
of situation. So we brought in a nurse care manager who
Yep.
was able to articulate to him, like, this is what's going on with
Yep.
your body. These are the physical changes that are happening. These are the people that you should talk to.
Absolutely.
So it starts with what I consider to be ground level policing, which is the basic level of service that police
It
officers
is.
should be doing,
It
which is
is.
knowing the people in the community and what their needs are.
It is.
And to be honest with you, I'm a 48-year-old man. I don't need that much from the cops right now,
Yes.
right?
Hopefully.
Right? I mean,
That we come in your best
if
day or
I
your
do,
worst day.
right, if I do, but like they don't need to check in on me,
Right.
right? Because I don't need that many touch points. But when I'm
Absolutely.
78 or 88, I might need those touch
Hmm.
points to make sure that I have the services that I need, that
Sure.
I'm talking to the people that I need, and everything like that. So that ground level is really important,
It is.
and I think it then filters people up to those bigger programs.
Hmm.
So now that gentleman's going to be going to a facility where
Yep.
he gets to talk to
And he's
people.
loved on and
Yeah,
taken care of,
yeah, because
and
I
medication is
enjoyed
regulated.
talking to him,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And he enjoyed talking to me, I think,
Yes.
but the problem is that I was only there for one or a couple of
Yep.
visits, right? Rachel was only there for a few
Sure.
visits, you're there for a few visits.
Yep.
Now he's going to be in a community where he gets to share stories, he gets to swap war
Yep.
stories with guys of
Yep.
his age, and
Absolutely.
you know, so not everybody's made for being in an assisted living facility, but that gentleman was a perfect example. And I think I told you the
Textbook.
first time I was in there, I was like, I don't know about this, because there
Yeah.
was just too
Timing.
much it was going to have to,
Yep.
to prop him up.
And it's one of those things. My mother,
Good.
she is in the situation where my sisters and I kind of took hold of her. We gave her a gentle push because we said, right now you're in control of everything. You are in good health. You are physically able to do everything that you need to do. Let us help you do this, because it takes one accident and
Mhm.
then we're in control, and you're going to hate that. So
Right.
let us help you now and push you along in the right direction that we think community wise is best for you, and then you're in control and you can handle it, as opposed to, and you know what, I don't think seniors understand what happens if it's just a little fall,
Mhm.
because they think, I'm going to go to the hospital, they'll fix me up, they'll send me home. It's like, no, 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 you're going to go to a rehab facility for a few days. All of your bills are going to still be coming in the mailbox. Do you
All
have a
your
pet at
food's gonna
home?
rot,
All
and
your food's going to
yeah,
rot. Yeah, you're
yeah.
going to get in that situation where my vet came home and he had no food. So it's the ripple effect
Mhm.
of what they don't understand. And then when you're so independent for so long, if you don't have those papers, the wills, the
Mhm.
medical directives, all of those things in order, then you're hitting the ground running,
Yeah.
and you better have the boots on, because it's lucky that I have these contacts through Spin, that I can say, oh, let me call a lawyer. I know who,
Yeah.
somebody's going to downsize for me. I've got a girl now to contact that. So we have all of these things to surround people. It's just, when it hits the fan, it's
It's
running from
yeah.
there. So
Yeah, the fan's usually running when it hits the fan. And
yes,
that's the problem. And then it goes everywhere,
it's
right?
everywhere.
I
It's
was just gonna I
messy.
was just gonna make sure I
Yeah.
paint a real good picture with
But
that
but
analogy.
I don't think a lot of people know where to go, because everybody learns on the job with this,
Yeah, it's
unless
a
you're in
live
the
fire
field.
exercise.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
we're all rookies at getting older,
Mhm.
right? I
Yeah.
only get to turn 49 one time. I
Yep.
only get to retire one time,
Yeah.
and it's a right turn, wrong turn type of situation.
It
So
is.
it's great to know that there's programs like that out there. All of this information is going to be at the end. The C.A.R.E program. These are identification cards that you guys use that the
Yep.
people in the community can fill out.
And
That
even if
way,
you're not local, you can find something that's catchy and colorful. Put it on your refrigerator. In our county, in St. Johns County, we try to let fire rescue know. We've got a great partnership with them. If they see this on the refrigerator, they know who to contact. What animals are in the house, and also medications that are on the back. So you can take this on your refrigerator, put it in your glove box, because if they can't identify you in your car, they're going to look for your title or your registration, and
Mhm.
that's how they get the information. So if you have an extra one, wallet, glove box, refrigerator, somewhere where somebody can see it if something bad happens in the home.
That's awesome. These are great programs. Make sure you reach out if you have any questions. She's always available, email, phone, whatever. If you have any questions about it and you can't reach her, you can always reach me. My phone is always on. So thank you very much. It's been our second segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. Y'all have a great day. We will be back again tomorrow for our third segment.
Absolutely.